got along cause she always pulled away. Every day always got worse cause the shit she'd say. And I would always clap back when some fucking words to spray. Never mind the kids around the school on the break now. I don't want this nap to be in our fate. And I don't wanna be here when they close the gate now. Can we just go back to the day, the first time that we actually made some shit?
What's good, y'all? You already know exactly what time it is. Back here to Surf Smoke Game on the ground for them Hunger Hounds. Just cut up the pound and are ready for the next round, man. With that being said, I hope everybody out there is having a good day today. My day's been alright. My day's been pretty good, pretty chill, pretty regular, average day in the regularly scheduled program. Pretty laid back today. It wasn't much, that going on. Just regular, everyday stuff that happens. But, you take care of what you gotta take care of and you get on to the next. With that being said, let me know where you guys are tapping in from so I can shout out your country, your state, or your city. I always thought it was interesting how we can all be on different parts of the world and still tap into the same program at the same time. Also, let me know how your guys' day has been, whether it's been a good day, bad day, an interesting day, an entertaining day, productive day, whatever the case may be. We can talk about it, we cannot talk about it, don't matter to me. Don't really care either. And I'm going to get you up out of here, bro. Over here comparing me to a whole nother man. You can't make this stuff up, bro. If y'all boys out there will put the same amount of energy that you put into getting another man's attention, into elevating yourself, into maturing into a real man, you might actually have a relationship. You might actually find somebody who wants to be with you. But instead, y'all want to sit around and focus so hard on getting the attention of other men who don't even acknowledge your existence. That you're not even worried about building up your own family with a female, bro. You're not even worried about trying to preserve your bloodline or nothing like that, bro. You just worried about getting the attention of other men. You can't make this stuff up at all, bro. It's a sad, sad society that we live in today where the boys are more worried about other men instead of worrying about becoming men and getting a female. They're more worried about trying to get men. Now, when did that even happen, bro? When did we derail in society? Can anybody answer me that? When did we derail in society? Because, if we could figure out where it was that we derailed at, we might be able to go back and fix it. But if we can't figure it out, we all might as well just jump into a box and bury ourselves. Because it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be nothing. And with that being said, man, we're going to get on with this last topic of the night, man. I'm going to give y'all a little history and the reason behind the history. Now, people have always get out of here, fool. People have always had different, I guess you could say, discussions, different viewpoints, whatever, on the topic of whether or not dragons were real. What's good, Maki? Appreciate you for tapping in. On the topic of whether or not dragons were real, if they ever existed or none of that. And I'm going to tell y'all something about this. I'm going to give y'all a little lesson, which is a truth. So Will deserved better. Homie, I don't got no idea what you mean by that. So, yeah, you can get up on out of here. He said, "No, I'm gonna disrespectfully get you up out of my life. Yeah, bye bye. Grandma, I don't even know. Man, nobody cares about your grandma. Nobody cares about your grandma, bro. You can take your grandma and get up on out of here, bro. You need to take your grandma to a retirement home. Take your grandma to a retirement home, bro. I don't know why you still forcing your grandma to be up here on TikTok and all that. Grandma needs to be admitted into a retirement home because grandma's tired. Anyways, he said Will deserve better. You're going to have to give me a little bit more context on that. But, so this dragon, this was a real dragon. And the dragon's name was Leviathan. Yeah, its scales were like sharp pottery. Its nostrils just blew out smoke in embers. Will was the lone friend. All his friends were doing too much. Oh, you said Will. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. You had me lost for a second. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Okay. Yeah. All right. For a second, for whatever reason, I thought you was talking about Will Smith for some reason. That's why I was like, huh? But nah, I got it now. Yeah. But anyways, this dragon's name was Leviathan. Now, the thing about this dragon is it lived in the depths of the sea. Now, while it being in the depths of the sea did not hinder its ability to be able to breathe fire, I mean, just the very snorts of its nostrils would bellow out smoke and embers. And it would make the sea boil like a boiling cauldron. Now, this is not just something that I'm making up. I'm giving y'all facts. And I'm going to read this to y'all. I'm going to read it to y'all. But this dragon was the greatest beast, one of the greatest beasts ever made, ever created, to ever exist. And it was destroyed for one purpose only. That one purpose was to show how powerful that God is. And that's 100% facts, not opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read this to y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Oh shoot, I'm going to have to find it again, but bear with me for a minute, y'all. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. We're going to be reading out of the book of Job, chapter 40. Let me see. Where? Alright. Let me see. It says, okay, so we're starting on Job chapter 41, verse 1. Can you draw out Leviathan with a fish hook, or press down his tongue with a cord? Can you put a rope in his nose, or pierce his jaw with a hook? Will he make many pleas to you? Will he speak to you soft words? Will he make a covenant with you to take him for your servant forever? Will you play with him as with a bird, or will you put him on a leash for your girls? Will trades bargain over him? Will they divide him up among the merchants? Can you fill his skin with harpoons, or his head with fishing spears? Lay your hands on him. Remember the battle, you will not do it again. You will not do it again. Behold the hope of a man is false. He is laid low even at the sight of him. No one is so fierce that he dares to stir him up. Who then is he who can stand before me? Who has first given to me that I should repay him? Whatever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not keep silence concerning his limbs, or his mighty strength, or his God, or his goodly frame. Who can strip off his outer garment? Who would come near him with the bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? Around his teeth is terror. His back is made of rows of shields, shut up so closely as with the seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They clasp each other and cannot be separated. His sneezings flash forth light, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the dawn. Out of his mouth go flaming torches. Sparks of fire leap forth. Out of his nostrils comes forth smoke. As from a boiling pot and burning rushes, his breath kindles coals, and flame comes forth from his mouth. His neck abides strength, and terror dances before him. The folds of his flesh stick together, firmly cast on him and immovable. His heart is hard as stone, hard as a lower millstone. When he raises himself up, the mighty are afraid. At the crashing, they are beside themselves. Though the sword reaches him, it does not avail, nor the spear, the dart, or the javelin. He counts iron as straw, and bronze as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee from him. For him, sling stones are turned to stubble. Clubs are counted as stubble. He laughs at the rattle of javelins. His underparts are like sharp potsherds. He spreads himself like a threshing sledge on mire. He makes the deep boil like a pot. He makes the sea like a pot of ointment. Behind him leaves a shining wake. One would think the deep to be white-haired. On earth there is not like his a creature without fear. He sees everything that is high. He is king over all the sons of pride. Now, this Leviathan, the sea dragon, whatever you want to call it, it was destroyed. The reason why it was destroyed was to prove the very power that God has over everything on earth. The most crazy, insane, fearsome, creature ever to be made. And he destroyed it. The reason why he destroyed it was for food for the Israelites in the desert. Now, what this tells me, one of the things that it tells me, anyways, is that the Leviathan was actually kosher. Can you imagine eating a dragon? I couldn't imagine eating a dragon. That would just be insane. Leviathan apparently was kosher because God gave it to the Israelites to eat as food in the desert when they had left Egypt. That's something that's crazy to me when I think about it. It's like, man. So it had to have had fins, and it most definitely had scales. Yeah, it definitely had scales. But man, when you see creatures like this, when you see their how fierce they are, how strong they are, how fearless they are, how huge they are, scary they are, and everything. There's always something that's bigger. So the game that I'm going to give y'all from this is that no matter how big you are, how strong you are, how confident you are, no matter, I don't even know, bye bye, yeah, get you up out of here. No matter how good you think you are at something, no matter how confident you are, there's always somebody somewhere that's bigger than you are. Somebody that's stronger than you are. Somebody that's better than you are. Somebody that's faster than you are. Somebody that's more fearless than you are. Somebody that's more brave than you are. Somewhere there's always somebody who is bigger than you. You can never be the biggest on the earth. You can never be the strongest, the bravest, most fearless. Most fearless. I said fearless. The most fearless. You can never be any of those. There's always another one. There's always a bigger fish. There's always a bigger monster, a bigger creature. Always. And that's 100% facts from my opinion. So yeah, man. There was a dragon that existed at one point. I know a lot of y'all probably sit around and think that some of y'all. I've heard some of y'all talk about how dragons are fake, this, that, and the third, and most of the dragons that y'all talk about, those are just fictional. But the water dragons, the ones that live in the deep, that one was real. That one was real. So with that being said, make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. Don't ever think that you're the biggest, because there's always something that's bigger. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.